Hey everybody, Future Keith here. My original goal on this hike was to summit 3 relatively low elevation peaks just above Dennett Lake, but I bailed out early because 1, I decided that the conditions were too dangerous to press on, and 2, because I recognized that I did not bring the proper gear to press on. It's very easy to get in trouble in the mountains when you get wrapped up in thinking about your destination rather than the immediate path in front of you, and the hazards that are already presenting themselves directly to you. I didn't take much time to explain my decision in the video, but at the end of the video I came across a 5 to 6 foot deep snow bridge over a creek that I was able to stab my trekking pole into all the way up to the handle. Now I'm sure I could have found an alternate route around that hazard, but without having snowshoes, and with the day still getting warmer, and with the current snow conditions being so soft, that meant that there would be absolutely more dangerous hazards higher up on the ridge, including and especially the chance for loose wet slab avalanches. So for all the hikers out there, there's never any shame in abandoning the goal mid-hike when things start to get sketchy. It's not about getting to the top, it's about experiencing the journey and being able to return home with new memories. So with that said, I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, here we go. Start of the trailhead. Going up Burke Mountain. Yeah, I'm going to try to hit the south peak first, then continue on up the ridge to Pika Peak, no relation to Pokemon. And then from Pika Peak I'm going up to the North Burke Summit. So I did this trail last year. It takes me up to Munro Lake, and then up to Dennett Lake. It's a pretty beautiful view once you get up there, but it's just a lot of vertical and a lot of switchbacks through this dried up creek bed here. And so that route, it's around 3 to 4 kilometers through steep terrain. So I'm going to continue up past that, and I'm going to be going up around 9.5 kilometers to try to hit the North Burke Summit. But there's lots of cool things to see on the way up here, even though you're going up through a pretty steep section. You know, when you're doing the grouse grind, you don't have a whole lot to look at, but here you've got some decent views. You've got a little bit of wildlife every now and then. You get these little frogs hopping across the path a little bit further up, where it starts to get a bit soggy. Yeah, it's a little bit of a challenging hike though. It's very much grouse grindy in terms of elevation gain. And it's going to be a hot day today. It's supposed to go up into the mid to upper 20s, so I've got plenty of snacks, plenty of water. Oh, let's get the bear bell going properly. There we go. And there were an absolute ton of mosquitoes at the trailhead when I was putting my backpack on and getting all my gear ready. But it seems good so far. Now I know last time I came up here, last year, there were crazy horseflies at the top. So I've got a head bug net ready to go. That time I had my hat, and those horseflies, they'll trail behind you. They won't come out in front of you. They'll just constantly buzz around the back of your neck. So I had to pull off my hat and just keep whipping it behind me non-stop. And every so often I'd hear a solid whack, and then the buzzing would stop for about 5 or 10 minutes. Okay. see that. Got to take a right turn here. This trail is there's two trails you can take up here from that split. One is a easier path up Dennett, less straight elevation gain, more gradual. This one's a little old and overgrown, but it's a really nice trail. There's some, I'm not going to say it's like scrambly, but you're definitely taking some big steps up some roots and boulders here and there. On my last video, I noticed that the camera kept snapping up and down every time I dropped my head down to look at the ground instead of just smoothly scrolling up and down. So there was a feature that I had turned on, I guess it's called horizon leveling. So I turned it off this time, and I'll see if the camera's a little bit smoother this time around. Last week's hike was a good one. That was really good exercise. Love the views at the top. I sat up there for a good hour eating lunch. No wind at all on the peak there, but as soon as you step away from the peak even 5 or 10 feet, you just hit that raging wall of wind coming across the valley. And it actually got so windy on the way down that even with my down jacket on, I was hurrying because my hands were getting pretty cold. Hey there. Coming down from Munro.
Yep.
Enjoy the rest of your hike. I think I can take the sunglasses off for now. It's quite well shaded in this ascent. There we go. And last time I did this hike, I wasn't using my trekking poles. I have this great big 6-foot long walking stick that I carved out from a log on a camping trip. And I'm not joking, like it was a full girthy tree branch that must have fallen down some point. It was about, oh, there's a little frog. Hey, little guy. And there's another one. Yeah, it must have been about a 6-inch diameter log when I started, and I spent all weekend on that camping trip shaving it down with my knife. The other people on the hiking group I was with gave me the nickname the Whittler, but we weren't for want of any kindling, that's for sure. So yeah, I shaved it down to the heartwood, and that thing makes a great walking stick. It's a little bit on the heavy side, but it's great for vaulting over streams or descending down fairly large steps You can just plant the pole at the bottom and then do the fire pole slide down. But it's a lot of weight to carry when you're going up a trail this steep. And these poles are pretty lightweight. I do like it's a bit of a tough conundrum, because I like having the one hand free with the hiking pole, or the walking stick rather, but the two trekking poles together, they sure take a lot of the stress out of your knees when you're, especially when you're going downhill. And when you're going uphill, they transfer a lot of the load out of your leg muscles and into your arms and your upper back. So even though you're getting a more solid workout, you're getting less fatigued overall because your legs don't start screaming. So yeah, you kind of got to pick and choose, I guess, but I like either option. It's already pretty warm today. I'm gonna say it's in the mid-teens right now. And I've got my long sleeve sun shirt on, which will keep me protected from the sun, but later in the day when I'm coming down, I might change into a t-shirt. Hi guys. Hey. Enjoying your hike?
Yep, it's nice.
So I'm going at a pretty steady pace right now. I may slow down a little bit because this section does get quite steep, and I want to go on for, you know, another 5 kilometers after this incline. And I still got to come down later too. So I don't think I'm going to hold the pace that I was holding when I was hiking last weekend. On the plus side, I'm not expecting any snow up at the top. It shouldn't be getting up high enough in elevation. If there is any, it would just be in the shaded areas that the sun never hits during the daytime. Stop and give you guys a view here. Not much of one, just mostly a climb right now. And it's supposed to be even hotter tomorrow. It's supposed to be getting up almost 30 degrees. So I was thinking about maybe going for my my morning run today, because I run with the park run 5K. Oh, hey guys, enjoying your hike?
No.
I know. Suffering well through the hike.
Yeah.
That's the way. Yeah, I run the park run 5K on Saturdays if I'm not out hiking. But so it was either hike today and no run, or run this morning and then hike tomorrow in the heat. So I chose hike today. It's 10 o'clock in the morning right now, so the sun still has plenty of time to come up. The last time I did this hike, I think it was somewhere around the 5-hour mark, up and down total. So now that I'm familiar with the route and a little bit better equipped, I think I can do the 9.5K out and back. I'm hoping maybe 7 hours, 8 hours, something like that. Not going to make you guys suffer through the whole duration of that. Already put a pretty good sweat on though. I seem to remember last time I came through here, and it was later in the summer, there were still little streams that sometimes cross over the path. So I think when I get up to one of those, I'm gonna stop and take a drink and then filter some water. Because once I get up onto the ridge, I don't expect there to be too many streams of water running along the ridge. Yeah, I can hear some water over that way. But that's a little bit off path. And I think that's down in a little gully. So I am disinclined to desire to climb down there. Yeah, starting to get into the little muddy sections. Yeah, that's a bit too brackish for my tastes. I'm looking for a little bit of a thicker stream, faster flowing water, less black stuff sitting in the bottom. Let go, please. Thank you. Yeah, last weekend's hike, when I was going up on that snowfield, it was all a nice frozen thick crust all the way up. And when I sat up there for an hour, I figured, okay, it's going to be just the same coming down, or close to it. But by the time I got down that first ascent and started walking across the meadows, I'd take about 7 or 8 steps on top of the snow, and then, you know, 9th step, I'd sink in up to my mid ankle or my knee, going really tempted to pull out the snowshoes, but I skipped it. I bore through it and made it back down. But there were still people going up there when I was coming down. Even when I'm coming down the trail at 1 o'clock in the afternoon towards my car, and I still had a couple kilometers to go, there was still a whole bunch of people coming up just in t-shirts and shorts and, you know, no backpack. And I'm asking them, you know, you're not planning to go up to the summit, are you? Okay. So I've got a split trail here. I can see a tree marker there. Looks like it comes around this tree and then just goes straight up through here. Probably both trails merge up to the same point. Yeah, see, this one's cutting across. I believe that happens in a couple spots here. People just created their own path, and it became so popular that it killed the vegetation on that secondary path. There's another peak out this way, just past the 3 peaks along the same ridge, called the Widgeon Peak. And I was thinking about hitting that one, but they were saying that it involves a fair bit of exposed scrambling. And so, just because I've never been there and I haven't looked up any videos of people climbing it yet, I decided to hold off. Depending on how I feel when I get to the top, I may traverse over and just take a look at the scramble to get an idea of what it involves. Not going up it today though. When I do scrambles, I prefer to bring a bit of rope and a harness just for rappelling down in the worst case scenario. I didn't bring any rope today. So today is strictly a walking and enjoying kind of hike. Okay. Hey there.
Hello.
Enjoying your hike?
Yeah, it's awesome.
You go up to the Munro Overlook?
Yes, first time on this trail, so I don't know what to expect. But
Oh yeah. Enjoy your hike.
We'll do.
Okay. This part is another part where you get almost this little game trail coming off of it. I remember last time I went down that game trail, it was not the way I wanted to go. So, you know, you get a little more traversing on this than on the grind. And you get some spots that open up and give you some somewhat nice views. I'm not just staring at my feet all the way up. I can hear some kind of animal calling. Not sure what that is. But it sounds like it's pretty far away. Yeah, I remember this split path this way up here. I think it just loops back around and comes up and joins up to the same path. This is the main trail though. Yeah, not sure if you can hear that on the video. Feel free to let me know what it is if you can ID it. Last time I came here, the roots were all the way across this thing. Looks like somebody's come in and chopped them. Pretty sure this is my route up here. Take a left turn. Yeah. Says I'm still going in the right direction. Basically, as long as I'm going up the hill, I'm going in the right direction. It's a pretty steady climb. Yeah. After I did this hike last year, I recommended it to somebody I work with because he likes hiking too. And so he went out with his buddies, and I told them about the hike. What I didn't mention is that when you get to Munro Lake at the top of this hike, there's a spot that allows you to cross Munro Lake. It's pretty shallow, and it's usually when the water level's down, you can just walk across the path. But you walk past the lake and you hike up to a rocky overlook that sits above the lake. You get a great view of the whole valley. Well, he went up with two of his buddies, and apparently it was just miserable, cold, raining all the way up. And they got up to the lake, and the lake is nothing to write home about. It's a tiny little pond almost. But he said they got up to this lake and they go, "That's it?" And then they turned around and went back down before they got to the viewpoint, because they didn't know I forgot to tell them about the viewpoint. I don't know if he would have enjoyed it on the day of, though, considering how miserable he said it was. They were probably just ready to go down anyways. But yeah, that would chap my hide if I went up this really steep, taxing hike and didn't even get a view at the top. And not only didn't get a view, but missed the view because I didn't continue on another half kilometer. Yeah, that is not the main trail, that's a split trail.
Now this one I remember, this just goes straight up. That one loops around and goes up. This is technically the main trail, so I should stick to the main trail. And then same thing, I'm pretty sure this is the main trail, and this is just people cutting through the terrain. Tell you what though, it sure feels a lot lighter going up without 20 pounds on the backpack and all my winter gear. What I really like about this trail compared to some other trails in Vancouver is this one feels a little bit more natural, a little bit more wild. On the other trails, it's mostly very well maintained, crushed rock or gravel. This you're just going up through roots and rocks and deadfall from the trees. You know, you can tell it's a path, but at the same time, it feels like it could be very much a natural part of the mountain. Well, that's up ahead of me. Either I'm passing somebody or they're coming down. Yeah. Good morning. Coming down. Oh, I'm pretty good. You?
Pretty good.
Coming down from Munro?
Yeah, we slept over there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That would be a nice one.
Yeah, your feet might go a little wet. It's a little bit like marking and a little bit of snow. So
Yeah.
just watch out for that. But other than that, you'll
Yeah. Before you hit Munro, you got little snow patches?
There's some snow, and then you kind of like skirt the side of the lake, and it's pretty wet. But yeah, it should be fine. I mean,
Yeah.
your feet will get wet, but it's not like cold water.
That's going to happen anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good one.
Yeah, enjoy your hike down. Hey guys. Yeah, that works out because just in case I brought some micro spikes in my backpack. Yeah, before you hit the lake, there's a relatively flat, spongy section. And when I came through last time, it was quite wet. You had to do a lot of trickery to keep your feet dry. But that's a good spot for snow to accumulate because there's a lot of tree canopy there. It doesn't really open up until you get to the lake. All right. Okay, now, I can't remember if that's the trail up or if I continued through here last time. Yeah, I switched back. I think last time I went that way, and again, I think it joined up to the same area in the end. Yeah, so I'm not going to the bluffs. I'm taking this one. Time we got it, 10:45. Hey guys. Having a good hike?
Yeah, so far so good. How about you?
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I got partial credit for my cameo appearance in the video.
Sure. All right. So I think we're up the worst of it now. Now remember, further up, there's another sign like that that says Munro Lake, 5 minutes. It's not 5 minutes. It's a lot more than 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes if you're running. My GPS is having problems with the canopy. So it's getting the signal fine. It's just having a hard time sending the signal out because of all the tree cover for my my map share page. I heard that chime from my GPS and I'm thinking, there's no way I'm off course. Okay. See, like I said before, not quite scrambly, but big enough steps that you might need to use your hands if you're not as tall as I am. Dodging all the frogs. Trying my best not to step on any of these guys. They're probably out of frame for you, but I'm glancing down every couple steps and watching out for those little guys. Okay. Yeah. Hey, a little bit of downhill. That means I'm getting into the marshy area pretty soon here. Still plenty warm. I'm gonna say it's still mid to upper teens right now, temperature wise. Yeah, you can see this all starts to get real swampy here. Nice. Somebody put some steps here. I've been doing pretty good for mosquitoes and flies so far. I haven't really been bothered by any. I think I heard the buzzing of a horsefly a couple steps back, but just a bit off in the distance. And still no streams that have been good enough to drink out of yet. I guess it's just been so dry this year that we really haven't had much rainfall at all in April. I think they were saying on the radio that we broke the least amount of rainfall record in Vancouver since like something like the 1920s or 1910s or something like that. So I imagine that the summer hiking is gonna be pretty brutal. And that being said, I don't mind a bit of heat in the summer hikes. Okay, yeah, Munro Lake, continue on. Yeah. Okay, I'm mistaken. It said Munro Lake 15 minutes. And Dennett Lake, so I'm going that way. But I do remember it was much more time than that. But my cardio has definitely improved since the last time I came up here, because by the time I got up to this point last time I was huffing and puffing and taking lots of stops, and this time I just powered all the way up. And I'm ready to just keep plowing on ahead at a pretty good pace here. Now, I got pretty sick in December with some kind of chest cold, chest infection, whatever. It didn't clog up the lungs, but it made me cough anytime I'd exert myself for just about any reason. And so it took me quite a long time to get over that. And you know, me being a guy that likes to exercise a lot, I couldn't just sit there and do nothing, so I put a walking treadmill underneath my computer desk, and I just used that to get some kind of exercise in. And I think I go down here and turn left. And so at least that way I could continue doing some kind of cardio while I was sick. And then when I was finally on the bend, any time that I'd go up to maybe between 60 and 80% maximum heart rate, I'd start coughing. And it's not like there was anything in my lungs, just felt like my throat would start closing up. but all my chest scans and everything showed nothing, totally clear. And so throughout that whole time, I just did a whole bunch of zone 1 and zone 2 cardio, just trying to stay below 60% maximum heart rate and just push the distance and the endurance. So I worked up a really good level of stamina where I can keep going for a long time in zone 2. But just pushing past that, I'll still get the occasional cough here and there. Okay, that looks like a little bit of snow right there. So this is, I remember this big spongy mass right here. I took the left side around it last time on the roots. And step and step, there we go. Yeah, there's the snow. Like I said, just a little bit of snow higher up where the sun never hits it. But it's plenty warm here. Okay. Yeah, that's still flowing pretty slowly. I hear something better up ahead here. Oh yeah, that's way better. I can fill up from that. So I'm gonna stop here, pause recording, have a little bit of a snack and get some water, and then I'll start up the video after. All right, I'm stocked up with water. I had my energy bar. I am good to go. Water was a little bit on the dirty, cloudy side, so I threw some aqua tabs in the water filter. That'll kill any viruses or bacteria in there. Yeah, for my water filter, I just use the Catadin Be Free 1 liter. It's got a pretty decent filter on it. What I like about it is that it sashes up really small in the backpack, just because it has that soft flask. And so I've got my 2 water bottles and my filter full, so I got about 3 liters of water. I should be good for the rest of the trip here. And stuck a new battery in the GoPro. Doing long continuous shots like that really drains the battery when you're recording at 4K 60. And the air temperature has come down a little bit now that I had a chance to sit down and not sweat for a while. I noticed that the air is a little bit colder than down below, but it's just cold enough to be a little bit chilly if I'm standing there doing nothing. But the moment to start moving, it's perfect temperature. Actually a surprising amount of depth of snow here. That's like half a meter. This area must not get very much sun at all during the daytime. Trees or the sun just goes behind the trees like that. Here we go, Munro Lake. I guess a long time ago somebody left this little stained glass display here, or made it. And, oop, fell in the snow. Yeah, so this is Munro Lake, so you can't really, I mean, it's a nice view. It's nothing bad, but I don't imagine it's something that you would hike up, you know, 4 kilometers up a hillside just to see in the rain. But yeah, so the trail continues on along here, and then it goes behind the trees there, and it cuts up this hill up to the top of that rocky outcropping right there. So that's where I went last time. And I think I saw somebody that was sitting up there enjoying the view. Yeah, I think I see 2 people up there. But I'm not going up there today, or at least I might stop there on the way back down. But I'm bypassing that route because it forks off from the route that I want to take. It's about a half kilometer to something like that distance off of the fork. But I'm taking the other way up to Dennett Lake and then skirting the south end of Dennett Lake towards the west. And that should take me up a trail going up to the ridgeline. Definitely more swampy this time. Might end up getting my feet wet when I cross over here. And this is only part of Munro Lake. It continues on over here too. Oh, no, it's quite dry here. Yeah, you can't really see it just because of all the vegetation there, but there is lake throughout here. Okay. Oh yeah, this is pretty soft. And it's just going to get softer as the day goes on. So I'll see how it gets when I get further up. I mean, this snow is only mostly here because it's very well shaded. And once I get up to the ridge line, it should be all quite exposed. But this should be the path that I want to take, and that over there, that's the path that should take me to the overlook. I think I see a couple of boot prints here. Let's see how this looks. Ooh. I may take the baskets for my poles out of my backpack and stick them on if I get any more of that. My pole just sunk right in because it doesn't have the snow basket on. Okay, so I'm looking for a tree marker And I don't see any, but I do see the path on the other side of the snow here. Oh, I'm getting beeped at. Well, GPS is still says I'm on track. So that's the way. Okay, that looks like the path right there. Let's go around the snow, not into it. I got snow in my boot. There we go. Clear that out of there. So this is the trail here. Let's see. We'll go up this log, step down to here. There, a little bit off trail, but we made it. See, this is where having the hiking pole, like the big walking stick, works better, because you could just plant the pole right in the middle of the stream and vault over these things. With the trail, yeah, that's a little snow bridge right there. Let's dodge that one. With the trekking poles, I really got to be careful not to put too much weight on them, because I don't want to snap them. See, how much more distance do I have to my destination here? 6 kilometers. Oh, what's that? Yeah. Oh, there's a little field mouse right there. Yeah, that went right through the snow. That's my boot print right there. So, still don't need the spikes for this. There's no real slopes. There's no risk of sliding down anything. It's just stepping through the snow, and the spikes aren't going to help with that. Okay. So this area is all new terrain for me. Okay. So this says I turn right this way. Yeah. I try not to rely on my GPS too much. I try to look for tree flags first, or try to find an obvious trail on the ground. That's kind of the fun of exploring, is not being told where you're going, but finding where you're going. You know, I don't think anybody wants to come out into nature and have a GPS voice tell them, in 50 meters, turn right at the fallen log. That just takes all the fun out of it. But at the same time, you don't want to get lost, right? We got a little bit of a stream waterfall coming up here. This is good, because that way I know when I'm coming down, I've got this I can pull water from too if I need to. That water's looking a lot more clear than the stuff that I gathered from. And that's probably pretty fresh runoff. Yeah, that's ice cold. So that's pretty fresh runoff. Okay, flag on the tree. Let's keep going this way. Okay, there's the marker right there. Looks like I'm crossing over the stream here. Oh, that's nice. Let's go up and take a look at that. I got time. This is an exploratory hike, and I'm exploring, dang it. This would be a good spot to come in the summertime. Okay. I think this might be off trail. Let's see. Yeah. It doesn't look like much of a trail there. I think the trail follows the stream going up. That seems to be what my GPS is telling me, but let me look at my other GPS because it is more accurate for location. What do I got? Yep, I'm a little bit off trail here. So, looks like this is my route up right here. I wonder if there was a little path that I missed, like a little turn right here. There we go. That's my trail. Yeah, that turnoff was pretty well concealed. We're getting straight up the mountainside this time. Okay. All right. Dennett Lake to the left. See that white sign right here? That used to say Dennett Lake, but when I came here it was so faded I could barely make it out, but it looks like somebody's put a new tag on the tree here. Or maybe that's different. No, it's got to be a different area. Because I'm trying to remember if I actually came up this way before or if I turned off to the left last time. It's hard to tell when you pass the same terrain when it's snow covered versus not. So let's go up this one. Yeah, I can see somebody came through here with some flagging tape and they flagged their route pretty well. I'm getting beeped at. Off course. Let's look at what my other GPS says. I'm following some tree markers. What do I got here? Yeah, I veered off a little bit. So I gotta backtrack and then continue on up that way. Okay. Okay, so my GPS wants me to go straight this way. Well, we'll take a couple steps through here and we'll see how well packed this is. It's not too bad. I'm sinking in a little bit, but it's mostly pretty stable. And I see some old snowed in footprints here. Really? Well, let's see if I can pass up this way. It's time for some bushwhacking. What would be my path of least pain? Yeah, it really wants me to take that route where that stream is. Well, let's take the lower route. I'll head back down. See, this is what exploring is about, finding a trail. So I'm not going over there because that snow bridge will collapse when I walk over it. This is pretty dense right here, but if I can get across, it looks like it levels out. Or I could go down. I'll go around this tree and back up the other side. Now this is still snow bridge here, so let's take a big step over. There we go. Okay. So now that that got me over that, let's see how I'm doing. Yeah. So it looks like I can follow right here. So this is going to be some semi-bushwhacky trail finding for the trail that my GPS wants me to take. Yeah. Now these are bear prints right here that I'm following, but they look fairly melted, like they've been, that's a couple days old. So I will keep my eyes open. I am in bear country. I've got my bear spray on one hip, ready to go, and I'm making lots of noise. How are we doing here? Yeah, still good with the GPS. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. So it wants me to go this way. And I am totally fine with that, because that makes me not follow the bear track. The only thing about this route that I'm taking here is that there are literally no tree markers, so this is a 100% a backcountry hike. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's find a route around that one. It's a very interesting route that I'm following here, though. I'm sure there's a path under all the snow here that's just not marked with the trees. But it sure is difficult to follow. In this particular area anyways. But I'm on trail according to my GPS. Let's see. Okay, that's a snow bridge right there, so I'm not stepping over that. Yeah. Okay, that's another little snow bridge over the tree. Yeah. How are we doing? Okay. Probably can't see, but I'm navigating with my poles in one hand and my GPS in the other. So I'm not lost. I know exactly where my GPS tells me I am. And I can always hit the backtrack feature if I get in a bind. But it says I'm going this way. And then my footprints going back will be pretty obvious. Here we go. So this is Dennett Lake, I believe. Let me see. What do we got? Or is it? No, not quite. Almost. Says I got another 200-ish meters to Dennett. So it says I'm on the trail though. It's a nice scene though. I know this probably looks really cold on the camera, but it is hot out right now. There we go, and there's some footprints right here. So if somebody's coming this way, is besides me and besides that bear. Okay, it says my trail is just on the other side of those trees there. So let's cut through here. Yeah, back on the trail. Now that little bowl there's probably a little sinkhole in there, stream or something. I'm not walking in there. Okay. Now I got to be careful stepping down here because this snow could be undercut. Now, let's see here. Yeah. So it says I kind of veer off to the left a little bit. So let's do a big step over the edge. And you can see that's a little bit undercut under the snowbank. Yeah. I probably want to get up onto this snow here to get past, unless I really want to get my feet wet. And I still got a ways to go, so I want to avoid that if I can, unless I just step right through the snow into the stream. Yeah. Yeah, you see this is the trail here, but it's just covered. And I got to get back up on this snow here. Okay, 2 hands. Let's kick in. There we go. Okay. So it says if I continue on through here, I should be right at Dennett Lake. Let's take some careful steps here. Oh, would you look at that? Dennett Lake is totally frozen over. Okay, so I go up this way and I hang on left. Okay, so this is Dennett Lake. So it wants me to go this way along the lake's edge. So I'm gonna stay on the uphill side of this snow because I do not know how far over that lake water comes. It's a nice view though. Let's see what my GPS says. So yeah, I'll continue on this path right here. Yeah. Hey, there's a tree marker, finally. Who wants a cold plunge? Not me. What time we got? 12 o'clock. Okay. I'm going to stay on the uphill side of those old melted tracks because that looks like it gets pretty close to the water. You really wouldn't think it, but it is quite hot out right now. Test with the poles, that's a soft spot. There we go. Still on track. 5 kilometers to go. Now that being said, we shall see if I stay on track for the whole 5 kilometers, because I was not accounting for this much snow up here. So I've got my spikes, but I don't have my snowshoes. So if I'm not making a good pace up and down, or if it just seems like the snow is getting too much, then I will turn back. Okay. Okay. So this is quite deep snow. I'm looking at about 1.5 meters right there. And I see somebody has gone through this way, but they sank in pretty deep. And when I shove my poles in there, that is soft all the way down into that crack there. And that travels over this over the stream here. So simply on account of me not having snowshoes and how soft this stuff is, I think I'm going to call it there and I'm going to turn back. I don't think it's safe to keep going beyond this point to try to bag the 3 peaks. So I'll probably have to come back here in the mid to late summertime when this is all melted out to continue on. But it's been a good hike. I got to see a bunch of stuff I didn't see before. So yeah, better to be safe than sorry. I didn't pack for this kind of weather. I packed up to coming up to here. This is fine, but I am not gonna go up to those peaks up there if this is what I'm hitting right now. So that's what it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one.